today, there are still millions of children who can't go to school. And even if they go to school, many of them don't know how to read simple sentences. And many of them are in low and lower middle income countries lacking the so-called foundational learning skills, which are skills children need to learn how to read and understand the contents in books and textbooks and so on. So without foundational learning, children cannot continue to learn. So the lack of foundational skills would be one of the biggest challenges we have today. And in Africa, about 90% of children, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, don't have so-called foundational learning skills. I would say there are three important things. One is resilience and the ability or capacity of the education to continue to provide education against various negative shocks, such as the disasters caused by hurricanes, flood, and drought, but also man-made disasters such as conflicts and the war. And we just experienced COVID-19, which closed schools around the world, affecting about 1.5 billion students. And the emergency takes place every day, every year, everywhere. So how to equip education systems to continue to provide education is really important. The second point I want to highlight is the importance of early learning, which includes pre-primary education and also the learning in early grades, grade 1 to 3 in primary education. And this is quite important for children to learn basic skills, but this transition from the home to school, from pre-primary to primary doesn't automatically happen. So addressing the early learning would be one very important investment that we all should make. The last one is inclusion. The IIP has been leading the inclusion agenda, including disability, inclusive education, and inclusion will be really key for us to develop proper comprehensive education for all children on the planet. The IIP's 6 priorities are already embedded in our all the technical cooperation work at the country level. However, we want to have a stronger emphasis on the governance, inclusive agenda, and also the use of IT and technologies. About the IT and technologies, IIP has been having a lot of discussions within IIP and with external partners, and because there are so much potential for that. But my approach would be quite simple, that we need to define the education policy and management issues first and ask IT communities to help us because the necessity is the mother of the invention.